One of the things that are new in Beta 7 is the mechanics behind the feeding. Everything pretty much functions the same except for how you're actually paying per transaction. So every time you interact with your Enjimon, it requires a certain amount of Uji. Uji is the native asset that powers the Wallet Monster protocol. Ujis are used as a form of in-game currency or in-dap currency, as well as a source of food for Enjimon, a source of energy for Enjimon, and when it is uh, escrowed into the Enjimon, acts as a power-up, so to speak. Essentially, the Enjimon cannot survive long outside of their native habitat, and obviously, a wallet is not a native habitat for a creature. So the Ujis are how we keep them alive and surviving on the blockchain. So I want to go ahead and feed corrupt first. And you'll notice that on top of it, removing the base fee of Ujis from my balance, it also will charge me the gas fee for the network, which is about 6 cents right now. And oddly enough, that is pretty high right now, to be honest. Normally it's below a penny. Okay, cool. So I want to illustrate some other features. So the first one is the trade function. All Enjimon trainers can trade, and trading your Enjimon is one of the very few functions that do not require any Uji. So essentially, trainers are allowed to trade or transfer their Enjimon from wallet to wallet as they see fit. I'm going to demonstrate that in a second. Just need to get another address. And so after hitting the trade button, you'll see at the top it toggles open some input fields. So I'll put the address of where I would like to send my Enjimon to. I'll locate the Enjimon ID right here, 15. I'll enter that into Enjimon ID, and I'll hit trade and wait for the queue. And go ahead and confirm. We'll just wait for the confirmations, and there we go. Sometimes it happens immediately, and other times it takes a moment before it populates to the blockchain and I see it on my end. But despite it still showing currently, if I try to do something like feed this Enjimon again, I can't because I'm not the owner. And my front end hasn't caught up with the back yet. And as you can see, as I expect, transaction error, mainly because, of course, I'm not the owner of this Enjimon any longer. We might as well feed you too. Now, every interaction with the Enjimon essentially destroys a portion of the tokens and then escrows the remaining portion into the tokens. That's where we get the TUI number at the bottom of the face card. Stands the acronym that stands for total Ujis escrowed. And these Ujis are tied to the Enjimon. So you'll see in our next video, the trainer I've sent this Enjimon to will receive it as well as the total Ujis escrowed into corrupt. So we'll check that out in a second.